that laugh.
You can look down and see where to go.
Early delivery of the message.
Okay, Lacey, look, because I'm sending this to Jody. Take your mask down.
May I have your attention, please? All rise.
I now believe everybody has a place. Brothers and sisters, let's give thanks to the Lord God, who ultimately made all of this possible, and with whom we live and breathe. Let's go to the Lord in prayer. Eternal God, in your will our lives are lived, and by your wisdom truth is found. We pray for these graduates who have finished a course of study and are ready to move on to something new. Take away anxiety or confusion of purpose and give them confidence in the future you have planned, where energies may be gathered up and given to neighbors in love for the sake of Jesus Christ our Lord. And Lord, if it be your perfect will, please hold off the rain. We love you and we praise you no matter what. And all of God's children said, Amen.
You may be seated. It's funny how the mind works, graduates. Starting yesterday, I watched the radar about every 15 minutes. Been watching about every 15 minutes, well, really a little more than that this morning, since about 7. And it suddenly hit me. I've prayed. I've called on friends to pray. But it hit me this morning, strangely coming over here. The one thing I haven't done, and I bet nobody else in this football stadium has done today either. I didn't go back to one of my old faithfuls that wards off stuff. When I grew up, we had this thing called nursery rhymes. The cow jumped over the moon, Little Bo Peep, and it hit me this morning, a nursery rhyme. You know what it is? Rain, rain, go away, come again another day. And now the umbrellas go up. It does look like we're going to make it this morning. Thank you for being here. Thank you on behalf of the Board of Trustees of Bethel University. I welcome you to our fall-spring graduation for 2020-2021 academic year. Students, family, friends, faculty, and staff, this has been a special year. You'll probably hear that more than just this time. We've learned things for everyone called online, called social distancing, called washing your hands every time you do anything. We've had spring football season instead of fall. We've learned a word called COVID-19. They're all part of our vocabulary now. But today, we celebrate because we have overcome. We have overcome, and you are here as a testimony to that graduation. Friends, today we celebrate. We celebrate our graduates. We celebrate our future leaders. We celebrate our decision makers. I tell you, friends, in the stadium, these graduates are well prepared. They have persevered, they have adapted, they have served, they are ready. Congratulations, graduates. And thank you, family, friends, faculty, and staff for helping them get to this point today. I want to add something this morning. We're trying to stay as socially distant and proper as we can be. But a lot of these people in this stadium have had their vaccines. I'm going to remove my mask, and I asked several of our students just a little bit ago. It's up to you when you come through. I've had my shots, so I don't think I can give you anything. But students, I asked the first five, I said, does your mother and dad want your mask on or off for your photo? And they thought they'd like it off. So it's up to you, students, but I'm going to take mine off, and I promise you I've got the card in my pocket to show I've been vaccinated. And we will go the pictures that way. You can leave yours on or off. Don't feel any pressure one way or another. But thank you very much. I have the opportunity this morning to introduce our commencement speaker. Seldom in one's life do you get to introduce somebody you hold in such high regard. The gentleman we have today retired as an active judge in Tennessee in 2016 after 34 years as a member of the state judiciary body. He served for 7 years as a trial judge on the Chancery bench in Davidson County and for 23 years as an appellate judge in the middle section of the Tennessee Court of Appeals. From 2012 to 2016, Judge Cantrell, from 2012 until as recently as about a year ago, Judge Cantrell served as a senior judge for the Tennessee Supreme Court. He taught remedies at the Nashville School of Law for 26 years, instructing students from all across the state. He was born and raised a few miles from here in a small community called Palmersville, Tennessee. He's the fifth and youngest child of Cecil and Hilda Cantrell, and he graduated from Palmersville High School in 1952. He attended then Bethel College from 1952 to 54, and in 1957 he graduated from the School of Engineering at Vanderbilt University with a bachelor's degree in mechanical engineering. From 1957 to 1963, Judge Cantrell worked for the Atlantic Richfield Oil Company at various locations in Kansas, Louisiana, Texas, and New Mexico. After 6 years out west, he decided to return to Tennessee to pursue the professional law. He obtained his law degree from the University of Tennessee in 1966 with honors, and started his practice with the law firm of Gullett, Steele, and Sanford. He practiced law with former Governor Frank Clement before being elevated on the bench by an appointment by Governor Winfield Dunn in 1973. He ran for the position of Chancellor in 1974 and was elected to that seat for a full term. In 1980, he was appointed to the State Court of Appeals, Middle Section, by Governor Lamar Alexander. He served as presiding judge of the Middle Section of the Court of Appeals from 1998 to 2003. 2003, he returned to private practice, and in 2012, he returned his judicial degree again as a senior judge on the state Supreme Court. He completed 2 terms as senior judge, handling court cases all across the state in every type of court, criminal as well as civil. Even in retirement, he continues with mediations and other things like arbitrations. Judge Cantrell has served as president of the Palmersville Historical Society since 2010. He has served as chairman of the Board of Trustees of Bethel University from 2006 to 2009 and from 2012 until 2019. He's married to Rose Cantrell, formerly of Chattanooga, and they have, who's also a retired attorney, and they have 2 grown daughters, Laura and Julie. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome the former chairman of our Board of Trustees, the distinguished Judge Ben Cantrell. Judge, thank you.
Well, President Butler, I started to yank on his robe and say, "You forgot I was a salutatorian of my high school class of 18. I think he got the rest of it in, though. President Butler, faculty and staff, and Bethel graduates, I was scheduled to give this address last year, but that event got canceled, and we are here now 1 eventful year later. Any way do you measure it? Last year would be accounted a dark year. In our lifetimes, and I'm a great deal older than most of you here, we have never lived so close to death or felt so dislocated or isolated. Compounding our unhappiness, last year was a year that saw unrest and violence across our land, and even now the air is filled with hate, hateful rhetoric and distrust of every public institution, even down to the local level. The cause of all that, it seems to me to be recited in an old Johnny Cash song. And he was talking about how a star musical folk group broke up because of their different political views. He said the one on the right was on the left, the one in the middle was on the right, the one on the left was in the middle, and the one in the back was a Methodist. As a lifelong Methodist, I have wondered how to take that, whether it was our tradition of inclusiveness or the fact that we were, as one old person described himself as a hard-shell Methodist. He said, we don't believe anything. But I don't want to dwell too long on unhappiness, because this is one of the happiest days of your life. I believe that part of the unhappy events of this past year is the fact that we don't know a whole lot more than we knew a year ago. If you've had COVID, are you immune? If so, how long does that immunity last? If you've been vaccinated, are you immune? Or how immune are you? How long does that last? If you're immune, can you still infect other people? At first we were told that we didn't need a mask. It was up to the infected, that it was the infected that needed to mask up. Then a mask was mandated every time we stepped outside. We're still wearing them today. And now we're told maybe 2 masks would be better than 1. It seems to me maybe that the mask industry has a very strong lobby in Washington. That was a joke, unless you want to label me as a conspiracy theorist. Well, so much for the current events. Let me tell you now a little story. I first gave the commencement address at Bethel in 2001, the beginning of a new century. 2 things I remember about that address. The first thing was I told that graduating class that based on my experience, commencement addresses were mostly very forgettable. From my own experience, from high school, college, and law school, the only thing I remembered was that from my college experience, the speaker at least had a theme. It was, and I quote, "Let the light that is in you be not darkness." And he quoted the following from Paradise Lost, the description of what the fallen angel saw when he wound up in Hades. It goes like this: "Round he cast his baleful eyes. As far as angels ken, he views the dismal situation, waste and wild. A dungeon horrible, on all sides around is one great furnace flamed. And yet from those flames no light, but only darkness served to discover sights of woe." I think I was still trying to comprehend all of that when the speech ended. I think I should have remembered something else and forgotten that. Maybe he explained how the words light and darkness were metaphorical and not scientific. Anyway, I missed all that. So with that in mind, and with the fact that we may be a little damp when we leave here, I'm going to take old Macbeth's advice as he contemplated killing the king. And he said, if it 'tis done, when 'tis done, if it were done when 'tis done, it were well it were done quickly. So we'll follow Macbeth's advice. The second thing I remember from that speech in 2001 is the fact that I told that class that I thought the 21st century would be the American century. Standing here today, you might be tempted to give me the old horse laugh after I've just recited how divided the country is and how the last year was a dark year. But let me also say that 20 years ago, I told the class if it didn't work out, I would take all the blame. And in the year 2100, if it hadn't worked out, look me up if you can find me, and I will confess error, to use an old legal term. In fact, though, I still believe that this century will be the American century. Despite all the nasty rhetoric that fills the air, there's no other country that advances technology, civil rights, medicine, or the standard of living any better than we do in this country. Let me put on the man beside the road hat. I do feel that I've been living in a house beside the road where the races of men go by, the men who are good, the men who are bad, as good or as bad as I. I was born in the middle of the Great Depression. You've all read The Grapes of Wrath, or some novel described the horrors of that period of time. The unemployment in this country was horrible, and it lasted until about the year 1940, and I've read that there were still 12 million unemployed in 1940. Most country boys and girls never had a dream of going to college. Not half of them even finished high school. We entered the Second World War the day after my 7th birthday, when the Japanese bombed Pearl Harbor. For the next 4 years, gasoline, tires, sugar, shoes were rationed. All physically fit males were subject to the draft. My sister graduated from high school in 1943, and every boy in her graduating class served in the military. Her high school sweetheart, a decorated Marine, was killed on the Iwo Jima. Since that war ended, we witnessed the Cold War, when people were busy building fallout shelters in fear of a nuclear war. We've had the Vietnam War, the Korean War, 2 Gulf Wars. But I do feel optimistic that we may have learned a lesson that we are not very good at nation building, and we are not very good at ending a war that we get involved in. The news recently is that the president's finally pulling out most of the troops from Afghanistan, where they have been for the last 17 years or so. Through all of that, think of all the advances that we've made in those years. The advances we've made in medicine. We have conquered smallpox, polio. We've made great strides in treating cancer, AIDS, and even whooping cough. I was the youngest of 5 children in our family, and whenever one of us came down with the measles or the mumps, the rest of us just waited for our turn because we were all going to have it. Think of the advances in civil rights in my lifetime. I lived through Jim Crow South. I was a student in Dr. Dean's European history class here at Bethel when we first learned about the Supreme Court's decision in Brown versus the Board of Education. in the following years, in 15 years, we saw the Civil Rights Act passed by the Congress, and we are still struggling to make sure that all of that comes true. And you know what I think is one of the greatest heroes of the civil rights movement, and that is Miss Rosa Parks. It's a simple woman who decided she was tired, she didn't want to go to the back of the bus, and she was tired of being pushed around. And so she just sat on the front of the bus. And that really was a milestone in people asserting their civil rights. And it is why I have a little icon of Miss Rosa on my mantle in my house, where she's sitting there on that front seat of the bus. If you picked any of those years in isolation, there's always something that we can be scared about. But the trend has always been upward. And Abe Lincoln said, the most important words ever uttered were, "This too shall pass." I believe in the future of this country. I believe in it because of you. Because you and thousands like you all across this country graduating today are healthier, better educated than any generation before you. Because I believe that more of you and your generation really believe in the brotherhood of all mankind, that we are all created equal, and that our rights come from God, not from the government. So hang in there with me and help make this the 21st century, the American century, so that I don't have to worry about having to explain how stupid I was. I have one word of warning and one piece of advice based on my observations from my house by the side of a road. I have noticed with some alarm what I describe as the rise of the administrative state. I don't have time, and I probably couldn't explain what all of that amounts to. But there is a tendency, I think, of big government to give the rights to the administrative agencies to make their own rules and to apply them however they like. And so that I think is a problem. The other thing that I want to say before I close is that today you should maintain a healthy sense of skepticism, which is important now perhaps than ever before. It is axiomatic that all history has been written from some perspective. The best example of that, I know, is the different descriptions of the English King Richard III, found in the Shakespeare play of that same name, and the description that Thomas Costain, the historian, gives in the Last Plantagenets. We remember the grotesque hunchback from the Shakespeare play, but Costain describes the ill-fated king as having a slight deformity, one shoulder higher than the other slightly, and Richard was an effective military leader in the service of one of his predecessors. My point today is that not only history, but even the news is reported from the reporter's perspective. Be skeptical about whether you're getting the unvarnished facts or whether you're getting someone's take on the true facts. My advice comes from the Sky Masterson character in the movie version of the Damon Runyon play, Guys and Dolls. One of the other no goods in the story is trying to give Sky a chance to make a sucker bet. And he says, no, I'm not going to do that. Because let me tell you a little story. He said, my old daddy told me once that you will run into a guy who will say that he can take a deck of cards and make a one-eyed jack jump out and squirt cider in your ear. He says, but do not take that bet, because if you do, you're going to get an earful of cider. So be skeptical about what you hear and examine it carefully before you draw any conclusions from that. I even have a personal story about a cousin of my mother. She had an old second cousin. His name was Calvin Alderdice. He lived on a farm out near Wingo, Kentucky. And my mother and dad were both very fond of Calvin. He was a funny guy. He had a great family. He was just salt of the earth. But one Sunday morning, somebody told my mother that he'd heard that Calvin, the Cap, we called him, had been killed in a car wreck in Mayfield. And so Mother and Dad got on their Sunday clothes and decided they'd better go see and visit with the family. And they drove over there, and they drove up in the front yard, and there were a few cars there. And Cap's wife came to the door and invited them in. And Dad said she didn't seem to be too sad about what had happened. And she said, okay, go on in. And he's in there in the bedroom. And so they went in there, and Cap was sitting up in bed. He had not been killed in a car wreck. He'd been injured slightly. But he was talking to his family and having a good time. My dad said to him that, I heard you were dead. He said, I heard it too, but I knowed it was a lie as soon as I heard it. So, always consider the sources. So with these bits of advice, I take my leave of you, and I would like to leave you with this benediction. May the good Lord bless and keep you, whether near or far away. May you find that long-awaited golden day today. May your troubles all be small ones, and your fortune 10 times 10. May the good Lord bless and keep you till we meet again. May you walk with sunlight shining and a bluebird in every tree. May there be a silver lining back of every cloud you see. Fill your dreams with sweet tomorrows. Never mind what might have been. May the good Lord bless and keep you till we meet again. Thank you.
Will those students who have completed the programs for the degree of Bachelor of Science in the College of Arts and Sciences please come forward?
Jim, I'm going to meet this person on stage. I'll give you her name. I'll get her name.
Oh, okay. These students have met the requirements for the degree of Bachelor of Science as prescribed by the faculty and will receive their diplomas as their names are called. Shanae Ricketts, cum laude. Madison Atkins. Miles Atkins. Garrett Anderson.
I believe you're a senior. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Talia Ayala.
Made it.
Cody Baker, magna cum laude. Caitlin Barger. Autumn Bean. Whitney Bonds.
Congratulations.
Luis Borja, cum laude. Kelsey Borneman, summa cum laude.
Congratulations.
Austin Brock.
Congratulations. How you doing today?
Terrell Brown. Dwayne Buckner.
Congratulations, sir. Proud of you.
Laurel Burris, magna cum laude.
Congratulations.
Rodrigo Campos, cum laude.
Campos. Proud of you, sir.
Rebecca Coleman.
Congratulations.
Keaton Cook, magna cum laude.
Congratulations, sir.
Shelby Coombs, magna cum laude.
Congratulations. Very proud. How you doing?
Macy Cox, summa cum laude. Mark Craven, cum laude.
Appreciate that. Time to get a picture. Congratulations, sir. How you doing?
Axel Cruz Bruno. Jordan Daniels, summa cum laude. Ryan Davey.
Congratulations. Got a good cheering crowd here. How you
Marshall Davis.
doing? Congratulations.
Jacob Descrossiers,
How you doing?
cum laude.
Congratulations. Proud of you. How you doing?
Billy Douglas. Autumn Driggers.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mallory Ellis.
How you doing? Congratulations.
Caleb Ewell.
Hey, Caleb. Oops, sorry.
Darcy Gibson, summa cum laude.
How you doing?
Madeline Gray, summa cum laude.
Congratulations.
Marina Hamer, cum laude. Chandler Harmon, summa cum laude. Logan Harrison.
Logan, congratulations, sir. I'm proud of you.
Catherine Hatch, cum laude.
Catherine, how you doing? Congratulations.
Thank you.
Michaela Head.
Congratulations. Proud of you.
Darian Henson, magna cum laude.
Good. Congratulations. Proud of you.
Isaiah Hess.
Uh-oh. How does it feel? Feels amazing. Let's get our picture. Congratulations.
Johnny Hilliard.
Johnny, congratulations, sir. Congratulations.
Kimberly Holland.
Kimberly, congratulations.
Deontay House.
Deontay, congratulations, sir.
Unique Ikechukwu, cum laude.
All right, I'm going to hand this one right here and get out of the way.
You get between us. Here you go.
Congratulations, Nate. Congratulations.
Joey Jones.
Joey, how's it feel? Feel good. Congratulations, sir.
Ibrahim Kamara.
How you doing? Mark, can't believe it's right here. Congratulations.
Darwin Kelly.
All right. Gonna miss seeing you around. Congratulations. Careful, man.
Daniel Lara.
Daniel, congratulations, sir. Proud of you.
Jordan Lindsay.
I love meeting Jennifer Lopez.
Jennifer Lopez.
Jennifer, congratulations. I'm gonna get your picture now. Now come back around. I gotta have a picture. Congratulations.
Madison Mays.
Madison, congratulations.
Kedron McAllister.
How you doing? Congratulations. Get her picture. Congratulations.
Dalton McCann.
No, how you doing? Congratulations.
Michael McLean.
Michael, how you doing, sir? I listen, appreciate you. Congratulations.
Tamara McClellan, cum laude.
How you doing? Thank you so much. Congratulations.
Rodney McCurry.
Rodney, congratulations, friend. Proud of you. All right.
Kara Meggs, summa cum laude.
Suma, how you doing? Thank you.
Seth Miller.
Seth, congratulations, sir.
Lexi Miller, magna cum laude.
I'm sorry, had to get a few more. Congratulations.
Noah Miller, magna cum laude.
Congratulations, sir. Cheering section.
Brianna Monk, magna cum laude.
Congratulations.
Bradley Morris.
Bradley, congratulations, sir. Proud of you, sir.
Noah Mosley.
Well, I cannot believe it. I'm going to miss you as much as anybody.
Victoria Nelson.
Victoria, how you doing? Congratulations.
Kevin Nolan, summa cum laude. Mackenzie Norman. Alyssa Payne, cum laude. Heather Peoples. Trace Pierce. Madison Ralph, summa cum laude. Stephanie Resendez. Katie Ricketts. Janisha Robinson. Tyrus Robinson. Marvin Rudd. Sarah Simonton, magna cum laude. Ashton Simpson, summa cum laude. Kendall Smith. Megan Smith, cum laude.
Megan, how you doing? Congratulations.
Hannah Spicer.
Hannah, congratulations. Proud of you.
Colton Steelman. Juan Torres.
How you doing? Congratulations. Got a good cheering session. How you doing,
Abigail Upchurch.
Abigail? Unbelievable. I can't believe you graduated so fast.
Caitlin Van Hooser.
Congratulations.
Mason Wallace, magna cum laude.
Congratulations, sir.
Leanne Webb, magna cum laude.
You got to drive out from the game last night? Congratulations.
Heather Whitworth, cum laude.
Congratulations. How you doing?
Shayna Ray Wilkins, summa cum laude.
Congratulations, sir. How are you doing?
Alea Williams.
Congratulations. Look at here, I cannot.
Elena Willis, cum laude.
Congratulations. See you. How you doing?
Abigail Weiser, cum laude.
Congratulations.
Riley Wood, summa cum laude.
Congratulations, sir.
Will those students who have completed programs for the degree of Bachelor of Arts in the College of Arts and Sciences please come forward? These students have met the requirements for the degree of Bachelor of Arts as prescribed by the faculty and will receive their diplomas as their names are called. Michaela Blackstock, cum laude.
Can't believe I made it.
Nathan Eaton, summa cum laude. Amanda Fraunfelter, summa cum laude. Chelsea Harper.
How you doing? Let's get a good picture. Congratulations. So proud of you.
Leslie Hearn.
Leslie, can't believe this. Congratulations.
Catherine Kirkland.
Congratulations. Proud of you. Oh, Lord.
Emily McGill.
Not graduating. Is Judy and them here? All right, I'll see them after service. Congratulations. How you doing?
Alexandria Minor.
Congratulations. So how you doing?
Jenna Park, magna cum laude.
Awful proud of you.
Look at here. Can't believe that.
Timothy Dylan Simmons, magna cum laude. Molly Summers.
Congratulations. Got family here? Congratulations.
Elijah Thomas.
I can't believe this. My friend, I'm so proud of you. You're gonna have a great life. Thank you.
Will those students who have completed programs for the degree of Associate of Science in the College of Arts and Sciences please come forward? These students have met the requirements for the degree of Associate of Science as prescribed by the faculty and will receive their diplomas as their names are called. Brandon Beal.
Congratulations. Proud of you, sir.
William Carter II.
You got a good student. You got a good following today. Congratulations, sir. How you doing?
Libby Sharp.
Congratulations. How you doing?
Jordan Winberry.
Congratulations, sir. Have a good one.
Will those students who have completed the programs for the degree of Bachelor of Science in the College of Professional Studies please come forward? These students have met the requirement for the degree of Bachelor of Science as prescribed by the faculty and will receive their diploma as their name is called. David Russell Bryant, with honors.
Congratulations.
Veronica Black.
How you doing?
Lisa Marie Andres.
How you doing?
Lisa DeVell Andrews with honors.
Lisa, congratulations, my friend.
Sarah Beth Anna.
How you doing?
Deanna Banks.
Oh, look at that. Congratulations.
Joel Dwayne Barnes with honors.
Congratulations, sir.
Robert Lee Blair II with honors.
Robert, congratulations, sir.
Charlotte Lynette Bowers.
Congratulations.
Sarah Lynn Bowman.
How you doing? Congratulations.
Larry Zane Boyd with honors.
Larry, congratulations, sir.
Charlotte M. Robinson Brown.
Charlotte, congratulations.
Douglas Birchfield Jr. with honors.
How you doing? Congratulations.
Nikita D. Kane with honors.
All right. Come here. I'm gonna still get a picture with you before you run off.
Zakila Campbell with honors.
How you doing?
Crystal Comer with honors.
Hello. How are you?
Jamin M. Crawford.
How you doing? Congratulations.
Tiffany Crutchfield.
How you doing?
Barbie Lynn Dansby.
How you doing? Congratulations.
Teresa Lynn Dirth.
Hello there.
Taylor Joanna Duncan.
How you doing? Good. Congratulations.
Devin Marie Espinoza with honors.
How you doing?
Cheryl Denise Gant.
Cheryl, congratulations.
Tabitha Renee Granberry with honors.
Congratulations.
Tracy O'Neill Gunn.
Tracy, congratulations, sir.
Yeah, John. Guevara.
Christopher John Guevara.
How's it going?
Larico Javon Hall.
There he is. Congratulations, sir.
Charlene M. Harris.
How you doing? It's good to see you.
Matthew Lewis Harris Jr. with honors.
Matthew, congratulations, sir.
Matthew J. Harvey with honors.
Proud of you. How you doing?
Amanda Holmes with honors.
Congratulations.
Sabrina Lynn Jelks. Christian Douglas Campy with honors.
How you doing?
Letha Lavonda Kaiser. John Pierre William Lomfer with honors.
John, congratulations, sir.
Bridget Lee Lewis.
How you doing? Go over here and give us a picture.
Tiffany Marty Liddell. Patrice Mackins. Terry Nicole Matthews. Jennifer McAllister with honors.
How you doing?
Catherine Elizabeth Metcalf with honors.
Congratulations.
Christina Lorene Miller.
Christina, congratulations.
Angela E. Mitchell.
How you doing? Congratulations.
Tiani Mitchell.
Now it's Monet.
Hardin Monet with honors. Shamel Nicole Moore.
Congratulations. You got a little cheering section up there. How you doing?
Sheila Ellen Moore with honors.
Congratulations.
Stephanie Ann Mosley with honors. Shantae M. Mosley.
Congratulations. How you doing?
Sean Michael Mulligan with honors.
How you doing, sir? Congratulations.
Monday Octavia Nelson.
How you doing? All right.
John Wayne Nolan with honors.
Got a good cheering section there. Congratulations. Proud of you, sir. How you doing?
Erica Lee Pascal.
Congratulations.
Crystal Nicole Perry.
Congratulations. Get a picture with you.
Jamie Elizabeth Polk.
How you doing? Congratulations.
April Rose Quinton with honors.
How you doing? Congratulations.
Jessica Nicole Robinson.
How you doing? Doing good?
Tyrus Antoine Rogers.
How you doing? Congratulations, sir.
Rhonda Dawn Ross with honors.
How you doing? Good cheering section out here.
Matthew Todd Sandifer with honors.
Thank you. How you doing, sir? You all right? Yes, sir. Proud of you, sir.
Zakilia and Treese Sanders.
How you doing? It's good to see you. Your hand is cold.
Megan Marie Scott.
How you doing? Congratulations.
Andy Lewis Vistrand with honors.
How you doing, sir? Doing great.
Candia Rochelle Vincent Woods with
How you
honors.
doing? I'm doing great.
Mark Patrick Wagner Jr. with honors.
How you doing, sir? Thank you.
Christopher Anthony Ward.
How you doing, sir? I'm doing great. Good to get right here in a second.
Ursula Yvette Wesley.
How you doing?
Sandra M. Willis with honors.
How you doing? Congratulations.
Delisha Antoinette Woods.
How you doing?
Kevin Woods. Michael Jerome Wooten with honors. Latoria Tyrente Wynn. Shunda Yvette Young with honors.
Congratulations.
Gwendolyn Michelle McClinton with honors.
How you doing?
Will those students who have completed the program for the degree of Associate of Applied Science in Business please come forward? Sierra Lenore Garman.
Congratulations. Let's get a good picture here.
Will those students who have completed the program for the degree of Associate of Science in the College of Professional Studies please come forward? These students have met the requirement for the degree of Associate of Science as prescribed by the faculty and will receive their diploma as their name is called. Mitchell Kaysen.
Congratulations, sir. I'm proud of you. Good luck.
Renita Jeanette Nance.
Anita, congratulations, my friend.
And Tricia Owens.
How you doing? Let's get a picture here.
Ashley Day Womack.
How you doing? Congratulations. You got somebody cheering you up.
Will those students who have completed the programs for the degree of Associate of Arts in the College of Professional Studies please come forward? These students have met the requirements for the degree of Associate of Arts as prescribed by the faculty and will receive their diploma as their name is called.
Aaron, you got any storage on your phone? Okay. You're good. Okay.
Quick change.
Right.
Kathy Yvonne Biggs with honors. Joshua Devon Bomer.
Right here, if you don't mind.
Joseph Duncan with honors.
Congratulations.
Janice Faulkner.
How you doing?
Joyce Leanne Flowers.
Congratulations. How you doing?
Tabitha Danielle Foster.
How you doing?
Selena P. Hazlett with honors.
Well, congratulations. We'll get a good picture.
Erica Rainier Jones with honors.
How are you?
Megan Elaine King with honors. Khalik Lipford with honors.
How you doing, sir? Doing great.
Jennifer Lee Mabin.
How you doing?
Albert L. Smith III with honors.
The third. Congratulations.
Tony Odette Sweet.
How you doing?
Lee Tharp with honors.
How you doing? Congratulations.
Xavier Justin Walker.
How you doing?
Maurice Montrell Wiesnett.
All right. How you doing? Congratulations. Proud of you. Thank you.
Will those students who have completed the program for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Nursing in the College of Health Sciences please come forward? What'd you say? These students have met the requirements for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Nursing as prescribed by the faculty and will receive their diploma as their name is called. Sean Blankenship. Brittany Elizabeth Bray. Courtney Lee Cox. Christiana Elizabeth Cruz. Emmanuel Guerrero.
Congratulations, sir. Proud of you.
Aloria Kelsey Parks.
How you doing?
Ieria Zuluma Serrano Alvarado.
How you doing? How you feeling? Good. Congratulations.
Autumn Renee Webb, summa cum laude.
How you doing? Congratulations. He's back.
One more time. Will those students who have completed programs for the degree of Master of Arts in Education in the College of Arts and Sciences please come forward? These students have met the requirements for the degree of Master of Arts in Education as prescribed by the faculty and will receive their diplomas as their names are called.
I'm glad we got a
It
graduate.
is. It's good to see this.
See this man.
Morgan Michelle Bromley.
How you doing?
Melissa K. Kabler.
Congratulations. How you doing? Does it feel
Andrea Cooper.
Congratulations.
This is the best Cooper.
Danielle Cooper. Alicia Renee Easley. Turquoise Denise Harris. Eric N. Knight, Jr.
Congratulations, sir. Proud of you. Get you a true section. Congratulations.
Robert Landrew Moore, Jr.
See you, sir. Proud of you.
Christy Austin Pfeiffer. Edgar Alexander Willis.
Man, I can't believe it. Would you have ever believed this? Me and you be up here at the same time. Doing great, Edgar. Congratulations, Edgar. See you soon. Yeah, a couple of years ago, we couldn't have had that group. No.
Will those students who have completed the programs for the degree of Master of Business Administration in the College of Professional Studies please come forward? These students have met the requirements for the degree of Master of Business Administration as prescribed by the faculty and will receive their diploma as their name is called. Tamra K. Adams.
Congratulations.
Miranda Nesbitt Allen.
Congratulations.
It should be Tanya too.
Tanya Latrice Baker. Janetta Kamen.
Janetta, congratulations.
Caitlin Danielle Cantrell.
How you doing? Congratulations.
Bobby Roydell Cole.
Cutting up on you. Okay, why don't we come down here? Congratulations. Sorry to wait. Congratulations.
President Butler? Oh, congrats.
Proud of you. You want me to come down?
Come around.
I'll meet her.
Lily M. Darrell. Latasha Davis.
Okay. Gotta get her picture. Are you ready?
Jansen Mackenzie Donsbach.
Congratulations.
Bethany Grace Etherly. Demikia Deshay Freeman.
Congratulations.
Travis Allen Hare.
Congratulations.
Marilee Holland Hodge.
How you doing? Pull you a little bit this way.
Delana Denise Lyles.
How you doing? Congratulations.
Giovanni Alfonso Marshall.
All right. Get your cheering section up.
Shelby Kristen Mills.
Shelby, congratulations.
Lawrence Raymond Minton Jr.
How you doing? Congratulations.
Kelsey Ann Newton.
Congratulations.
Taylor Elizabeth Oxendine.
Good. Congratulations.
Orlando Lamar Spivey.
All right. Congratulations, sir. I'm proud of you.
Bobby Lee Thurman.
Good luck. How you doing, sir? Yes, sir.
Erica Jeanette Turner.
I might can sell that picture someday. Sorry about that. You messing with us. Thank you. How you doing?
Tracy Danica Waller.
You got a cheering section. Congratulations.
Marquise Dante Warfield.
Congratulations, sir.
Tierica Danshell Williams.
How you doing? Congratulations.
Sonia D. Malone.
How you doing? Congratulations. We're gonna get a good picture now. I might want to sell that one. Thank you. Congratulations.
Will those students who have completed the programs for the degree of Master of Science in Criminal Justice in the College of Professional Studies please come forward? These students have met the requirements for the degree of Master of Science in Criminal Justice as prescribed by the faculty and will receive their diploma as their name is called. Aaliyah Monique Albee. Marcy Deanna Bogan. Kimberly Holiday.
Kimberly, congratulations.
Shanisha R. Huff.
How you doing? Congratulations. Proud of you.
Jordan N. Moore.
Congratulations.
Fayana Nicole Pitts.
Congratulations.
Sabria Chantel May Bell.
Congratulations.
Xavier Lamar Taylor.
Congratulations.
Denzel Alexander Washington.
Hey, how you doing?
James Allen White.
How you doing? Congratulations. Congratulations. All right.
Not you, babe. Come on. We saw you.
Will those students who have completed the program for the degree of Master of Science in Physician Assistant Studies in the College of Health Sciences please come forward? These students have met the requirements for the degree of Master of Science in Physician Assistant Studies as prescribed by the faculty and will receive their diploma as their name is called. Jessica Robin Bailey. Angie Bandery. Nicole Lee Beliki. Alexander Christian Black. Kaylee Brianne Burrows. Aiden Stroud Burton. Tiffany Irene Castelli. Seth Lewis Coleman. Alexa Marie Collins. Joshua Mark Diltz. Danielle Elizabeth Elbert. Ryan William Flanagan. Renee Michelle Girard. Haley Graff.
How you doing? Feel good. Congratulations.
Andrea Purdue Hayes.
Congratulations.
Nicole Elizabeth Heitzman.
Congratulations. You feel good.
William Adam Hyam.
How you doing? Congratulations.
Ahmed Adel Hussein.
All right. Congratulations. Let's get a good picture here. Congratulations.
Jordan Mackenzie Key.
How does it feel? Congratulations.
Amgad W. Khalil.
How does it feel? Congratulations.
Morgan Lee King.
Good to see you. I know you. Are you feeling good? Yeah. Good. I wish you the best.
Ashwithi Krishna Kumar.
How you doing? Congratulations. Wish you the best.
Robert Grayson Lucas III.
Congratulations, sir. Does it feel good? Proud of you.
Crystal Lugo.
Congratulations. Proud of you.
Angela Jane McBride.
Congratulations. How does it feel?
Donald Morganson.
How you doing? How do you feel? Congratulations. Thank you.
Christina Teresa Neroth.
Congratulations. Proud of you.
Melissa Joanne O'Neill.
Congratulations. How does it feel? Congratulations.
Alexander Hall Panter.
Thank you, sir.
Catherine Lynn Pate.
All right. How do you feel today?
Very good. Thank you.
Congratulations. I wish you the best.
Alexander Philip Patrone.
All right. How did you feel? Congratulations.
Whitney Jolynn Rawls.
Congratulations.
Bogdan Ristic.
Well, how you feel today? Pretty nervous. That's no need to do that.
Matthew Tudorez Rodkowitz.
All right. How you doing? Good to see you.
Haley Brooke Sanders.
Haley, congratulations. How you feeling? Best to you.
Jasmine Santos. Rachel Marie Saunders.
All right, Rachel. Congratulations.
Brooke Elise Sisk.
Congratulations. Wish you the best.
Robert Bland Sled Jr.
Can I get a few more? Congratulations.
Kara Smith.
How you doing? You got a cheering say. You got a cheering say. Congratulations.
Taylor Michael Smith.
See you, sir. Congratulations.
Ryan Scott Volk.
All right. Congratulations, sir.
Taylor Ray Walker.
Taylor, how do you feel? Congratulations. Thank you. My best to you. Is that it? Is that all of them?
Dr. Johnson may be rounding up somebody back there.
No, he's just, he wants everybody just so.
Okay. He's getting them in order.
He is.
Did the PA students, most of them, get work in this area? Do they go?
No, they go all over the United States. They're from all over.
Are they running? You know, you find more and more PAs in doctor's offices. I mean, they're seeing patients more and more.
I see one.
Yeah.
Is that it?
I think so.
Thank you, parents and friends, for bearing with us. But it's been a great day at Bethel University. Graduates, you're ready to go. One thing at every graduation I do As graduates, it's time for us to give thanks. And you've got family and friends, husbands or wives, mothers and dads, uncles, aunts, grandparents in this stadium that have sacrificed for you to make this walk today. Students, I think it's time we give them a round of applause. Graduates, we're ready to go. Your work has paid off until your next phase in life starts, and that starts right now. You're a graduate. You're now a Bethel University alumni. So change the world. Change your stat in this world. Change your community. Change your street. Change your neighbor. But above all, make sure you change yourself. You have done it up to this point, but now you are ready for your next breath. And how you move will be determined by that breath. So breathe deep. Look beyond yourself. Continue to serve. Continue to help others. And you and our world will be successful. God bless each of you. At this time, would all of you that have just received your diploma stand together for the conferring of your degree? By the authority granted by the Board of Trustees of Bethel University and the Charter of the University, I confer upon you in accordance with the degree program you have followed, the degree of Bachelor of Science, Bachelor of Arts, Associate of Science, Associate of Applied Sciences, Associate of Arts, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, Master of Arts in Education, Master of Business Administration, Master of Science in Criminal Justice, Master of Science in Physician Assistant Studies. May God richly bless you today and forevermore. Graduates, you may change your tassel. And now, will everybody rise as Dr. Alan Cross, Professor of Music in our Academic Music Department, comes and leads and joins with our new alumni in the singing of the Bethel University alma mater. Thank you.
Dearest Bethel, long may we honor thee. Year after year, may thy memories return. Purple and gold will forever deck thy hallways, Bethel forevermore. Dear alma mater, long may thy praises ring, thy walks and portals forever cherished be. Ever and ever we strive to keep our faith with thee, Bethel forevermore.
Graduates, Graduates, go. Go in peace, because you cannot go where God is not. Go with love, because love ultimately is the only thing that will endure. And go with conviction. God will honor your dedication. Now hold your heads up, square your shoulders, and know that you are sons and daughters of the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord lift his countenance upon you. May the Lord be gracious to you today and forevermore. Go in peace to love and serve the Lord.